Hey, Cardinal fans, where's Marvin at? Where the Marvin highlights at? That's all I want to know. Where the Marvin Harrison Jr. highlights at? Because people laughed at the Giants during Hard Knocks when the Giants was like, we think Malik Nabers is the best receiver in this draft. We'll take him over Marvin Harrison Jr. All right, look. Before I begin, I just want to ask y'all a question. So yesterday I had a molar removed. You know, the back of my mouth had a molar removed. And I can't smell and my taste is a little bit off. So I just want to know in the comment section, has anybody had a molar removed and how long did it take for you to get your smell and stuff like that back after you had it removed? She said it was close to my sinus and a whole bunch of other stuff. Whatever. She said I should wait 3-4 days and let it heal naturally before I start trying to take Afrin and all this other stuff. I don't know. She said just try and let it heal naturally. But yeah, if anybody could come in the comments, if y'all ever had a molar removed, you lost your smell, how long did it take to get it back? Because I know when I had COVID a year ago, that COVID, man, I lost my senses for 8 weeks. But the difference is when I had COVID, I couldn't smell anything. At least with this one, I can tell when I enter a different room. Like if I go in a restaurant, I can smell the food for a little bit. You know, little things like that. It's not as bad as when I lost my senses with COVID. You could have took a shit on the side of my cheek and I wouldn't have smelt it when I had COVID. But I don't know. But I just wish the dentist or the doctor, whatever, I wish he would have told me that I was going to have temporary senses losses before she went and pulled my tooth out. You feel me? That's something that I think I should know before I decide to let you pull my damn tooth out. But whatever. On to something more positive. Shout out to the boy Malik Nabers, man. According to Jordan Rannon said that he counted 18 targets for Malik Nabers, and Malik came down with 17 or 18 targets in 2 days of practice. Daniel Jones is finally force-feeding the ball to a receiver. I think Danny has finally got his guy, man. And it's good to see. It's really, really good to see. Like, I can't wait to see it in a real game. But it seems like when the national media starts covering the Giants in a positive light, you know the player is good. You got national media outlets swarming over Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers is the talk of the day. He's the talk of the last 2 days. He's been like the most popping player over the last 2 days. Hey, Cardinal fans, where's Marvin at? Where the Marvin highlights at? That's all I want to know. Where the Marvin Harrison Jr. highlights at? Because people laughed at the Giants during Hard Knocks when the Giants was like, we think Malik Nabers is the best receiver in this draft. We'll take him over Marvin Harrison Jr. People laughed at the Giants on Hard Knocks. You know what I'm saying? They laughed at us. And they laughed at us. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, at the end of the day, fellas, we deserve Malik Nabers. If Malik Nabers is really this dude, if he's really this nice, we deserve him. After what happened with Odell Beckham, the disaster of Kenny Galladay, the disaster of Kadarius Toney, the disaster of Darren Waller, the disaster of Golden Tate, and happened to deal with Darius Slayton as our number one receiver the past 2 seasons, we deserve a stud like Malik Nabers. You feel me? We deserve Malik Nabers. All right, we deserve this kid. And Shout out to the Patriots for not trading with us. See, this only works because the Patriots didn't want to trade with us. So the fact that the Patriots didn't want to trade with us is what makes this work. So shout out to New England for not wanting to trade with us. You feel me? Yo, I'm really congested, man. My words going one ear and out the other. She told me not to take no medicine, but yo, I'm congested as hell, bro. But whatever. What y'all think in the comments? Should I go get a second opinion? But yeah, I like the fact that he got that dog in him as well. And it's good to see the fact that after that touchdown play, he went over there, and I guess somebody on Detroit was talking spicy. The dude on Detroit said something to Malik, and Malik kind of mushed him in the face. He kind of little boyed him. You know what I'm saying? He kind of little boyed him, and then he threw hands. Like, that's a dog right there. That is the opposite of what Joe Judge wanted. Joe Judge didn't want dogs. If that was Joe Judge would have had Malik Nabers running laps the rest of practice. Like, for real, we've come a long way from the Joe Judge, Dave Gettleman era. Joe Judge making the team run laps and all this other crap. Stop at practice to curse everybody out like they're children. We have come a long way from the Joe Judge era. Could you imagine how Joe Judge would have lashed out on the team if they were fighting at camp 2 straight days? Shout out to Singletary too. We see you, Singletary. Saquon would never get me. Saquon could never. But whatever. So it's just like, could you imagine if Judge was the coach? How he would be going off on a team? He probably would have made Danny run laps. He probably would have tried to make Joe Shane run a lap. I mean, like, Gettleman. The Gettleman Joe Judge era is so far behind us at this point. Like, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of other stuff going on in practice. Like, Andrew Thomas is a stud. Illuminor is looking great out there. And I'm just thinking to myself, yo, I told y'all I got a good feeling about the team, man. I have a great feeling about this team. I cannot wait for week 1. I'm telling y'all, I'm putting my money on the Giants. I think the Giants are going to have a great season. I think this is a year. I think Danny has finally got some help. I think Danny is super motivated. I think the offensive line is going to be competent. We're looking good against a Detroit Lions team that was just in the conference finals. Well, I'm sorry, the conference championship, wrong sport. This Dan Campbell team takes everything serious. This Dan Campbell team is the bite your kneecap off team. Like, they're not going easy on the Giants. This ain't sweet out here. If they were taking it easy on the Giants, there wouldn't be training camp fighting. So these dudes are really getting cooked by Malik Nabers. Aiden Hutchinson and these dudes really can't get to Daniel Jones. Like, we legit look good out here. This is not a fluke. This ain't a fluke. So there's reason to be optimistic. Like I said, I'm not going to get excited about joint practice. Like, I'm going to get excited about joint practices. What we saw in training camp last week and the week before that when they didn't have pads on, I don't care. Like, I don't care. But when there's joint practices and you're going against another football team that's trying their hardest to do what they got to do, that counts. That counts. So, all in all, fellas, I'm happy with the progress of the team. That pretty much covers it, man. Shout out to Believe. I don't have the energy I normally have because I'm a little upset about my census, fellas. So forgive me. Because if this would have happened on a normal day, I would have been amped. Like, oh man, I would have been so amped in these videos. But I'm trying to deal with this 2 situation. Like I said, if y'all had this issue in the comment section, holler at your boy. Let me know what's up. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Drop FUs in the comments if you rockin' with me. And stay vicious. Dismiss.